You can,
What?
go for it. I pledge
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, guide us and help us do the right thing for the community. Amen.
Okay, what about are we gonna approve the minutes of the last meeting? Everybody see them? All in favor?
Can
Good.
I have a motion and a second?
I do.
And second,
Scott or Tanner?
Scott make a motion.
Yeah, second.
Y'all gotta speak, remember, I got a right, so I can't look at you.
Okay. Water department?
Moving along, there had one line west of town day before yesterday, had 4 leaks on the same line. Within a very short period, so I talked to Austin, I suggested, I said, I'm not understanding why we don't replace the joint instead of putting hundreds of dollars worth of clamps on the same line, so.
Was that part of the new line?
No,
It was not part of the new one? What's the the ruling on, like, somebody's known that leak's been there for a while and never reports it,
it's not on them.
and then finally one day decides to call, there's nothing.
It's our responsibility, not theirs, so. Most people are good about calling in when they see it.
What is it for the procedure when they call you, goes to, either you answer the phone and it trickles down?
Sewer?
Still having problems with the sewer machine. Had the Vectron looked at a couple of weeks ago, they put a pump on it and they thought that it was obsolete, but come to find out the pump was bad that the people replaced it with, so they came back Monday and with another pump and they got it fixed, so that one's bad. That sewer machine needs some, I don't know, TLC.
I think it needs to be traded off, but
We're looking at that pretty quick. There's several things that we need to look at. Probably trading off or
upgrade.
upgrading.
Sewer, streets and alleys?
I don't know anything on, they're still, as they have time, trying to patch a few potholes.
Is Carlos doing anything yet?
Or we won't be able to,
It's done. What we paid him for is done, and he took, $900 off. We're gonna have to I asked him about, covering the whole thing, and he said he would have to do an estimation on the loads, cause all we did was get him to get, that was
Section.
just to get it, the low spots leveled up with the rest, so,
How many loads did he end up actually taking?
6.
6. How many hours did he have on his machine?
I'd have to pull, that invoice was in there.
you're supposed to have 40.
He had estimated, 9,000 and it was 8,100, the invoice was 8,100, I wanna say it said 30 hours, but. Said I had to-
$9,000,
that was for the 6 loads and,
however many hours. You got the itemized receipt? or
yeah,
what?
it's in the bills.
I'll look at that here in a minute.
Animal control?
Got 5 in the pound, we got maybe one just gonna get adopted either today or tomorrow. And I had put one down on Johnson Street, there's some what I say, going around, the vet said, not distemper, but, it's going around town. I think we had a coyote in town a couple of weeks ago, sick. This dog looked just like that coyote. His all eyes were matted and looked like it's drunk, fall over, so I put it down. And I think we've got a couple running around here that's sick that I got to catch down. So get your dogs vaccinated because that stuff's going around here. And the vet's had several through there, she said, that's been sick. She's treating. That's all I got.
You got anything you need?
I need that fence put up, which they supposed to be here, last week, or?
Yeah, he said they delivered the post.
Yeah, they
He
hadn't
said
even
that
brought
would
it.
be first, they would get he was almost finished with that government project he's on, so.
To get the pound certified, I gotta have all that stuff and then call the state to come over here where I can get the medicine to put the dogs down myself, euthanize.
Is
To have
Parker
them go to
still
bed.
doing it?
No,
No.
he,
No, the county did that, the county is paying for the fence.
Paying for the
And
fence?
it's the one, that did, precinct 3,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
How long have they been putting this off?
Quite a while.
I say we give them just a couple weeks, and if they don't have to do it, we find somebody else.
We can't, it's not our project,
I don't know.
county's paying for it. We'll need something up. Hopefully they'll get it up because I've got people going back there, putting their hands to the petting dogs. I've caught them,
Yeah.
I'm afraid to get a dog bite and they'll try to sue the city.
Who's been okaying everything on this deal through the county?
I don't know, Commissioner Court approved it. Gosh, when was that?
That was back in June, wasn't it?
I
When
think
first
so,
started?
it was, cause it was before we got Parker to do
Yeah.
the rest of it, so.
Cemetery?
I haven't heard from him yet. I've been out there several times to mark graves and there's just a few spots
It's
that
not-
are looking, that are getting tall to weeds, but there's not, overall, it still looks pretty good.
Ever check the valves for water? Them two that sit up front. The two cutoffs, you thought you might replace them last spring.
No, oh gosh, I don't know, it was after Rodney had passed, they were putting into the new sections and had a service, so they covered it up, and then they haven't been able to find the line. And
Going to that
of course,
section.
all of those guys are gone, so gonna have to do some digging to find that runner to hook it up.
Trash?
We lost our driver, he moved on to another job and we just now, last week, the swing driver came in and introduced who's gonna be our replacement. I think it'll be,
Okay.
he seemed like a nice enough guy. Said he would communicate, and I told him communication is key because
Yeah. Fire department?
the fire department had, 6 calls, a yard fire, a brush fire, a wreck, 2 bar ditch fires, and a pasture fire. And they got a washing machine, they call it, it's an extractor. They got it in and it will be in service, should've been in service Monday night, I believe, is when they were.
I knew they had been working on it.
Yeah, so they'll be able to keep all of their gear, their
Cleaned up.
Their
Clean.
bunker gear and stuff clean?
What did he say, the cancer type stuff or something anyway?
yeah.
Trying to keep it clean.
Yeah, they said that, I don't know, they were telling me the differences between it and a regular
Yeah.
washing machine, there's not a whole lot, but it's something to do with the FR.
Municipal court?
She texted and said no new cases.
Okay. Library?
Library, Helen is still, she's not back all the time, she's still having some therapy but she's here as much as she can be, as long as she can stand to be down there without hurting.
She does a good job at it. City Park?
City Park, I guess y'all all noticed they're, working on that mulch. Mark texted me yesterday and said that the mulch is supposed to be delivered today, so hopefully they'll have it spread and fence put back up by the weekend.
Yeah, I knew they was working late on it yesterday.
Yeah, he said they were gonna go get the, whatever you call it, the cloth that goes underneath it and try to get that finished up yesterday, so when the mulch came in, they could just start putting it all out and getting it put back together.
I know they got started on that yesterday.
Bump poles for the pedestals.
Whatever that Terry kid, Cody, Joseph,
Cody on the,
Cody, I asked him about it. You know, I talked to the school and I never got word back from Carry On. So I talked to Cody about it and he was gonna bring me a bid, proposal, whatever, but he hasn't brought it back in. He said he had done those before for convenience stores, I guess before he moved here. So he was very familiar with it, but he just hasn't got me any kind of figure yet.
Personnel?
Everybody's still here. Randy and I got them all called in the other day and let them know we were gonna do it right after the meeting, but then early voting started and my office was full of people all the time, so. So Austin is he's the lead now, and they all know that. And it's been going, I talk to Austin just about every day and he said it's going good, so.
Where do y'all stand on him coming every meeting morning?
Yeah, the next, I just didn't want to throw him into it this one since he just took over last week, kinda let him get his
I think
legs
it'd be good for
underneath
him
him
to
and
come.
we'll tell him to come next month.
What, I guess they're just fixing water leaks and they still pretty hot on that, having to fix
Yeah,
those.
we've got two new connections and another pending. What they gotta do, waiting on, one of them's on highway, on 180 coming in. He's waiting on a saddle tap to come in for that, a 12-inch saddle. Then, but Terry kids want one, and then we've got one out north wanting one.
Yeah.
you in charge of vehicles and all that? What's his job role?
It's kind of the
Oil
lead.
changes,
Just,
mechanics? Who prioritizes the jobs?
Him.
He do.
but, oh, that pickup. Y'all ready for that?
I don't know, are we?
Sure.
Good news is it's not the turbo.
Oh, really?
What that was causing everybody to think the turbo was out was the inlet pipe going to it. It's cracked. And if I had phone service, I could get it brought up. Anyway, the grand total bill, there's an oil leak on it. There's the turbo inlet pipe. There's air conditioner and a couple of other small. The turbo wastegate actuator is out on it. Between all that, they pull the motor out of it and fix everything, and we're looking at $12,000. There it is.
That's the animal control truck.
The old animal control truck, yes sir. Reseal the motor bottom end and air conditioner. So whenever they pull the motor out on it, where we're saving a lot of money on this deal because they're going to pull the motor out to put the new O-rings and stuff in the bottom end of the motor, they can replace everything on the air conditioner right now. There's no extra labor cost on it. There will be some labor on removing the condenser for it, which is $1,056. It's got the wastegate. Fan clutch is out on it. There will be the motor oil will be changed on it, new fuel filter. I'm not sure, oh, that's the up pipe that goes from the inlet to the turbo. Like I said, we're looking at, $11,111, give or take. Pickup itself is still worth 20-ish. You know, and we can find a flatbed to put on it pretty cheap.
If we get a flatbed put on it, that would be a good truck to pull that Vactron in.
That's what they wanted it for.
And the Mini X.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, guys go out, they fix a water leak, they're soaking wet, covered in mud, whatever. They can just, that truck's got vinyl seats, washout floorboards, jump in it.
It doesn't have that many miles, does it?
I don't know.
It was,
Can't remember.
it was over a
Yeah,
hundred,
it was
wasn't
over
it?
100,000 too. I was gonna say that we got that
Yeah.
back of that other
Yeah.
truck. That's not flatbed.
189,800.
Okay.
I was thinking it
200.
was up there.
If we keep it under 20, or still a good deal.
I mean, I think so, because to replace it, you're gonna spend 40, and that's on a used one, not on a new one.
And you don't know what you're getting there.
Yeah. At least with this, it's gonna be a pretty dang good truck after that, should be.
So we need a motion on that?
And put it, that'll have to be on the agenda.
Okay.
We'll do, cause we'll have to have another special call for audit if I get
Okay.
stuff back on it.
Put that on the next meeting, I guess.
Thanks for taking it then.
Anytime.
Okay, city office?
Y'all all looked at the bills, there's nothing, the only one out of the ordinary in there was we got the one for the youth baseball. The donation, I think theirs is 200, but we usually do 250 to the organization, so.
Make a motion to pay bills? Scott? Second with Tanner. All in favor? Financial report. Bills. Audit engagement?
Okay, audit engagement, I sent out to, E. Bailey, I don't really know how you say that. Robertson McGee, and then Ricky Bowman, and I had a conversation with E. Bailey, and they said that they really don't do small cities, and that their audits start at 30 to 35,000, and last we paid was 17, so she said she just really doesn't feel like she's like her company is a fit for us. It's double what the last one we paid, so, she said however they offer more services if we're interested. I've also talked to Robertson McGee, they just haven't gotten anything to me, and I have not heard anything at all from Ricky Bowman. So we'll need to schedule another meeting, cause we need to get that,
On the move.
the audit on the move as quick as possible, so. Soon as I hear from them, we can.
Set something up.
Yeah, I'll schedule a special called meeting and then do that in that pickup. Also, if anybody has, connections on, we had talked about that the mule that they have is, it's gonna lay down totally,
Yeah, but how old is it?
yeah, it's old, it was before, it's over 18.
90, early 97.
I was gonna say, it was before I came, so,
The city employees, guys?
yeah.
What do they use it for?
In town, when they're reading meters, it makes meter reading 10 times easier.
Yeah, the
We
highway
used to have
patrol
two.
catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we used to have two, they don't care, we used to have two that they did, all the running in town on. And one finally, Rodney put it in the auction before he passed, it got to where it was not, you're spending more money on it than it was worth. And then this one, like I said, they keep crippling it along, but it's got lots of things wrong with it, but it's also very old.
Think you have to have license plate, text the
Yes.
zip on there. See, that's why they got them on the mules, cause I had got stopped by a state trooper. He didn't like me, so he gave me a ticket for that.
Yeah. But that's cause they weren't made roadworthy and they're supposed to be. But, so, Randy suggested, he bought one from Wichita Falls and he said the prices were much better there than they were at the ones in Abilene.
A new one?
Well, new or
New
used,
or used?
so I didn't
I
know,
mean,
I didn't know if anybody else,
there comes a time when you have to just upgrade.
yeah,
And it's time.
yeah,
And I think we need to look at, what's the difference between a new one and a used one? If we can get a brand new one and finance it out with 1 or 2% interest, I think we need to do that.
I highly recommend looking at those CF Motos. They're pretty cheap. You can get the 4-door style, fully enclosed, air conditioned, heated, all that stuff, about $35 out the door.
they don't need that.
No, they don't need that, but as a Polaris in that same caliber is about 50. So
Maybe we can get Randy to do some checking on one.
Yeah, he was going to, and I'm supposed to go to Wichita Falls this weekend, and if I do, I'll run
Let's start getting some
Look
estimates on
and
it.
see what they're,
Let's see what, we need
see
to get
what,
at least one.
yeah, see what the price ranges are on them.
Okay, are we down to resolution, this
Yes,
resolution thing?
yes, that is on the, Texas Community, Development Block Grant for the downtown. It's the same one we've been applying for the last 4 years. But we had to have that archaeological study done on the last CDBG grant, and it stays on your record for 4 years, and it takes 15 points, I believe, 15 or 50 points off of your overall score. And last year, we still went ahead and applied, and if we hadn't had that hickey on there, we would have gotten funded, so we're gonna go ahead and resubmit.
So we need a motion to resubmit this.
Make a motion.
Second? Alright. Tanner approved. Everybody says yes. Public Utility Commission.
Okay, that's in y'all's, last sheet in y'all's paperwork. 2025 preferred rates are $1.93 for residential, $4.33 for non-residential, and $6.52 for point to point. Default rates for 2026 are $1.96 residential, $4.36 non-residential, $6.58 point to point. If we do not turn anything in, they will automatically go to the section 2 default rates. And that's what we've done the last several years, is do y'all have just done the default.
and what is this?
It's for like the phone companies,
Mhm.
that's what, it's their right of way fees to the customer, it's
Mm.
what the customer pays and then they collect off the bills and then they send us the right of way rates.
It's for the use for the alleys, right? Is that it? Basically.
Yes, yeah. But we're getting down to not a whole lot other than AT&T because everybody's gone to sell.
How do they set these prices?
Public Utilities Commission, I don't know what their formula is.
All right, what do y'all think?
Default's what, 3-4 cents?
Yeah,
Different.
3 cents difference.
Yeah, all it makes the notation is these are higher than the 2025 rates above due to the CPI inflation adjustment.
A little behind.
Just low, and I told them for about 10 years in a row and gave up. He was pointing out, they still have
They still have Harold.
Harold Sanders.
I saw that.
There's some battles you just give up on.
Yeah.
Okay, your motion for,
How do you go about changing any of this? These are just questions. I mean, it's pretty much just either $1.93 or $1.96 is your options. And then the customer pays whatever the fee is, and then the city gets reimbursed.
Yeah, the customer pays to the carrier, which AT&T, whoever, and then AT&T quarterly sends to the city,
City of
sends
Rotan.
those.
and this is usually set by Texas Utility Commission, is that right?
Public Utility
Public
Commission.
Utilities, okay.
Nothing to do with us.
No.
This
No.
City of Rotan.
No.
I guess we do it then, I guess.
Do we need a motion on this, ma'am? Need a motion to do the,
If you wanna do the defaults.
Hey, don't y'all think?
I would say
Yes.
default.
Yes.
I make a motion to do this section 2 default here.
Second.
administration?
Don't have anything that came in after the agenda was put out, so.
I guess we're down to number 8. Motion to adjourn?
Oh.
Yes, Tanner.
Were the guys told not to buy gas at Lee's?
Yes, Randy told them that, and it was simply because it's 30-something cents higher at least because they don't give they do the discount for, we don't have to pay federal taxes.
Mhm.
We have to pay state
State.
taxes, but not federal, and Lee's doesn't, Sean said Dwayne wasn't gonna do the paperwork to do that.
I talked to Dwayne a little bit, and I asked him if he knew anything about it. He said, "I don't have a clue."
Yeah, tell him to talk to his son, cause I talked to Sean about it.
What how do y'all take off from grades?
They do it.
They do it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So if Dwayne did it, they could buy diesel or
Yeah.
gas from there again.
Yeah, diesel's no issue, because there's not enough
Yeah.
bought to mess with the taxes on it.
We only have that one diesel pickup, 2 diesel pickups, right? The old service bed truck. Where is it at? The service truck. Bought off the bank.
At the yard,
Is it still running?
yeah.
I hadn't seen it out and about, but we only have those 2 diesel trucks, right?
The dog truck.
Yeah,
The old one,
the old dog truck and the
Yeah.
service truck.
yeah. That service truck, that's another issue. They ran it with the PTO on, so it killed road gear. Road gear's out, so now they don't wanna drive it because they can't go fast.
Makes sense. Alright, that's all I had.
Well, they've been buying gas here for a while, hadn't they, Lee? What, did it just start or
No,
been going on?
yeah, it was just, Randy got to looking at the bills and he asked. And I said, I don't know, I can ask. So I asked him, Sean had said no, that they didn't, Dwayne didn't do that, so.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Guess we're adjourned.